Yo, it's Top Flight, and we are on our sleep token journey, which we have been enjoying always. Shout out to Eric and Amanda, since we say we're gonna do that every time because they got us on a journey, so you already know what time it is. Sleep token provider, that's what we're gonna start with today. Checking out this joint, I'm wondering once again, the best thing to me that I always stands out to me about Sleep Token is the switch in vibes that they're able to do seamlessly. So I always wonder, what are we going to get today? Is it going to turn into a folk song halfway through? Is it going to turn into, like what's going to happen? What are they going to do today? So that's what I'm focused on all the time when I get Sleep Token. The surprises that they have in their music is top tier.
Let's go.
I wanna be a provider. Granting you is silk like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider. You're outer shell, you're a secret insider. Provider, your guiding hand, your final decider. That bit of fuel to your fire, stoke your desire. Just let me know that you're mine. I wanna be a provider.
It's a crazy drop.
Yeah, man. One thing, the first part, like I haven't heard. Oddly, I don't know if I just don't listen to enough music to notice, but I know a lot of music doesn't have organs in it, and because my mom can play the piano and the organ, so when I first heard the organ playing on the first part, I was like, wow, like not many people choose to use the organ on a song because of, I guess you can kind of say how melancholy the sounds are with organs and how tied they are to death. I guess a lot of people do not use the organs. I've heard people say they don't use them because
I
of
didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, I've heard because they're like how old funeral music and stuff used to play at churches, organs and those type of sounds. So I think when it went into the world of, like, I guess you can kind of say pop and stuff like that, a lot of people didn't use those sounds as much. This is one of the first songs I've heard in a long time that starts off with the organ playing in that style versus it being like people using piano and using other sounds. That's dope. On top of that, that drop on that was relentless. That drop was relentless. This might be my second favorite. Of course, my number one is still Caramel.
Yeah, this one, people are going to hate me for saying this, and probably, yeah, they're going to hate this, but when I first heard it, I was like, them and Drake would make a dope collab. Them, Drake, and The Weeknd.
Hey, Hey, you ain't never lied, and people can hate that all they want to, but the truth is the truth. Especially them in the weekend. If them
Yeah.
in the weekend do something and it does those drops into these pieces, because those drops with the drum clicks like that are like, as I said, like the first time we ever listened to them, I was like, those Travis Scott changes.
Yeah.
And when Travis Scott changes his music, he a lot of times goes towards like weekend sounding music. And when you have weekend sounding music, it's just like, if you can mix these two worlds together, it would be like the craziest
It's
thing.
crazy. Yeah.
Especially with their level of rock and how the weekend sings. That would be like, I would be like, that's the one of the ultimate like collabs that I would like to see, just in how it would sound. I want to hear what that came out to be.
I'm with you on that.
The crazy thing, which we talked about before also, was Weeknd didn't show his face for the first few albums that he had.
He
Which is a similarity to this situation, is Weeknd wouldn't show his face at all.
he's never done interviews until recently, and now I understand kind of why. You know how some people just have a certain pocket and you're like, stay in that pocket. And you're always like, why doesn't he talk more? Or why doesn't he dance? But then you're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, and that's but I don't know the full reason why he would never show his face, because it's not like he looks weird or anything like that, but he would never show his face for those first halves, and then he popped out. But
He's
that
probably
would be
the
dope.
last mystique artist, you know what I mean? Where there's mystery and you don't know everything, and it's like
Yeah, that's on that level. Like
That's
the
on that
last
level,
one
yeah.
that you don't really know much about him. Like I used to Well, we need to talk about Weekend on something else. I was supposed to say more about the Mystique, but then their Mystique is very similar. So if they get that big.
Yeah.
If they get like Weekend big, then
They may be. I don't know, because it's a different country that they're from. So it's like, could be Weekend big and trickling into America versus Weekend's America or no, Weekend's Canada, right? Or
yeah,
what?
Weekend's
Oh.
from Canada. Yeah,
I think Sleep Token might be as big or on the way too, because their fans are crazy. Like, they love them.
I wonder if they did come to America, because I know there's a couple artists in America that don't show their face, but I think people kind of know who they are. Like the dude who
techno
wears
guys.
the dude who wears isn't there a dude that wears like a sombrero with like the red sombrero, and like I've heard people say they know who he is, but I'm not 100%
I think there
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, there's.
I don't know enough about that situation. I just know there's a couple dudes that do that, but I wonder how that would work with them, especially with passports and everything, because somebody's looking. You know what I'm saying? Like passports and everything, and
Yeah.
coming across. Like, I wonder what that would be like, because you would like there would be people, if you got Weekend famous, people are sitting there like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? They're going to sell it to TMZ the day they get it, you know, because they go try to get that $100,000. But let's keep this piece running. This song is one and ones. Let's jam out.
Your fingers from the start of my scared life. Go away next time. I can give you what you want. Our bodies converse like old friends, exchanging the yes and silence, with something unsaid on both ends. Surely we know the difference. spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider. Your outer shell, your secret inside it. And your fingers from the side of my skyline, going under this time. I can give you what you want, Lord soldier.
Yeah, that's a real good song. I like that one.
We do got to watch one of the live ones.
Yeah, we got to go see if did you post the one that we asked everyone to send which one's the best one?
I can't remember, but dude, someone did tell me, and I took a screenshot of it. I'll look at it later. But yeah, I did have something where someone was like, "You got to see this live version." So
Yeah, because that switch over, if you pull off that switch over in front of people, that's crazy. Like I always said, like I think we said on that last one, like if you bring out a person to play a saxophone, if you bring out whether he is the one that can play all these separate instruments. We also asked that in the last one. I didn't know if I checked the comments on it was if he plays the separate instruments or if this is all done digitally. But if you do it live and you have someone that plays the separate instruments, or if that's Vessel One that's playing all the separate instruments, if he's switching, that would be bananas. But I'd like to see just a show that has all these different instruments, because you rarely ever see like you can see like an orchestra, but like almost like an orchestra of like different sounds and everything playing, like a saxophone, a cello, a guitar, like a whole rock band setup, but then also you have like a pop band setup, and you have a jazz band setup, and you have like Jamaican keys, and then you have like everything sitting there. That would be one of the most reckless performances ever.
that would be dope. You know, they have like the orchestra play behind certain
Wu-Tang.
groups. Yeah, it'd be dope. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what to check out next. Let's go.
Yes.
Hold on, my